What is one strategy I find myself teaching praxis speech clients and myself on a constant basis? Positive self talk. Hi, this is the Praxis Speech Sister channel on YouTube, part of the Pediatric Speech Sister Network. My name is Melanie Y. Evans. I am an ASHA certified speech language pathologist and praxis strategy coach. I am passionate to help you get over the hump and beat praxis at its own game. Maybe you're watching from graduate school, you're not quite ready to take the praxis exam, but you still want to start using some of the strategies even in your coursework. You have come to the right place. If you want to learn more, please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a review if you are watching on YouTube or listening on your podcast network. This will help me create more content, and it will also help you get over this hump to becoming a certified speech language pathologist. The thing about negative self-talk, it is a bad habit. It is a bad habit that many of us are not foreign to. Our self-worth falls on the line when we are preparing for something that we haven't done before. The praxis exam can be scary. Many of us have taken the GRE before. Of course, we had to take the ACT or the SAT to get into college. The SLP Praxis Exam, there's a bit more on the line because this is directly tied to us being able to practice legally. So it only makes sense that negative self-talk will come up, imposter syndrome will come up. That is okay. Let's just take a moment, take a deep breath, and affirm that we are worthy of being in this space. One more time, deep breath. Affirm we are worthy of being in this space. How does that feel? Hopefully that feels better. So let's get back into the nitty gritty of our conversation today. Using positive self talk to pass the praxis exam. This is one of the many strategies that I teach in my Passing the Praxis 101 mini course and ebook. This is also a self-care strategy. If you are interested in learning more strategies, self-care strategies, and reminders for passing the praxis exam, please click the link in the description box or go over to the freebie section on the Praxis Speech Sister Instagram page, where you will find a whole list of 20 reminders to help you manage your self-care preparing for this exam. We don't want to get burnt out before we even start practicing, okay? So, the thing is, negative self-talk is just a bad habit. Our self-worth is falling on the line. And we also get a fear of getting a sense of loss. I believe that that's where the negative self-talk comes from. It's like our egos don't want us to move forward. So it starts creating lies to keep you from doing that. Today, I'm going to provide some mindset shifts that help me and other praxis preppers use positive self-talk while they're studying and during the praxis exam. I always use the phrase beating the praxis at its own game because that's exactly what it is. We're playing chess here. We want to get practice, practice, practice. Or maybe you have no idea how to play the chess game. That's okay. Basketball. This is a basketball game. This is a football game. We want to be on defense. Practice, practice, practice. So today I am going to talk about just some mindset shifts using some stories and case-based scenarios from clients I've had in the past. Here's the thing. When we don't practice positive self-talk, we start believing our own self-doubts and treating ourselves like our worst enemy. By not correcting our negative self-talk now, we can risk jeopardizing our mental health, burning out quickly, jeopardizing our own self-concept, and overall demolishing our quality of life. We don't want this exam to have that much control over us and our own self-confidence and how we move through the world and society as our own individual, unique, amazing selves. So here are two examples that even made me create this topic. One client, she really struggled with negative self-talk. She would always tell herself that she wasn't going to get an answer right when we were going through practice quiz questions. She was like, "Oh, I'm probably just going to fail. Oh, I probably got this answer wrong." Here's the thing, and here's one thing I want you to know too, is you are a lot smarter, you are a lot more confident, you are a lot more equipped to handle this exam than you think. Then you're telling yourself, "You can do this." So, she is a brilliant woman. She ended up passing the Praxis exam, and let me tell you, while we were going through our study question again, brilliant woman. As we're going through our study question, she's sitting here just telling me, but telling herself in actuality that she's not going to pass, that she's not going to do well. Here's one thing I told her. Because she kept saying it, and I noticed it was a habit, it was a pattern. I'm like, "Whoa." First of all, this is one of the main strategies that we talked about in our first session together. I'm telling her this. We talked about using positive self-talk as a strategy to passing the Praxis exam. So, why are we talking to ourselves like we hate ourselves? Would you say that to your girlfriend? "Girl, you're probably not gonna get that answer right." "Girl, you're probably not going to beat this exam at its own game. Why would you do that?" And she just cracked up. She lifted her head and laughed hysterically because it's true. You wouldn't say that to your friend. And if you would say that to your friend, that's a problem that you should probably work on. Okay. So again, really focusing on using positive self-talk. Talk to yourself as someone who you would love. If you are coming across a question that is really hard to answer, mark it, skip it, keep answering the rest of the questions, maybe in your practice quiz, and come back. If it's one of those questions that's just maybe it's not a practice quiz, it's just a praxis question of the day, that's okay. If you don't know it, if you don't feel confident enough, try going with your gut, answering the question, and then going in the back of the section of the book or wherever you're taking this exam, seeing what the answer is and what the explanation is, and boom, you just grew. You just learned something new and learned a new way and a new strategy, which means you can do hard things. So that's a good mindset shift. So instead of saying, "Hey, I'm not going to pass," or "I'm not going to answer this question right," you can say, "I can do hard things and I can learn." Boom. Mindset shift. Number 2, I also had another brilliant client, and she ended up passing the Praxis exam, but this was after 1 or 2 attempts of not passing the first time. So, as we're studying and I open up the laptop to get on our session calls, she just looked really sad. She looked very depressed. She was going through her clinical fellowship year, so it's clear that the negative self-talk that she was using while preparing for the Praxis exam was carrying over to how she talked to herself throughout the workday. So, just using the annoying roommate scenario, or we can say annoying colleague or classmate scenario, imagine having someone in your ear all day long telling you how you're not worthy, telling you how you're not going to pass or you're not going to do well. How are you going to feel in the rest of your day? So I noticed that she was very low. So I asked her, I said, "Okay, what's wrong? How are we talking to ourselves?" She said she always pictured herself not passing. I just picture myself not passing. I am someone who believes in the law of attraction. I believe that what you think and what you put your mind towards can produce great fruit. You know it's true because you put your mind towards an undergraduate degree, and now you have a degree in whatever your bachelor is in, and now you were able to accept admission into graduate school and go through a rigorous graduate program to become a certified speech language pathologist. Like, you are at this point, right? You know you can do hard things, and you know that whatever you put your mind to, you can make it happen. Will it be easy? Maybe not. All good things aren't going to come easy for you, but you know that you can do it. And she knew this because it's easier said than done sometimes to say, what I put my mind to will flourish. So I asked her, Instead of focusing on the negative self-talk, instead of focusing on the you won't pass the praxis, you will close out the laptop on praxis day and you'll get a non-passing score. Imagine yourself winning and start accepting that feeling in your body. Imagine yourself passing the praxis exam. Imagine yourself being able to celebrate. Imagine yourself getting yourself some cake or flowers for doing that hard task. I really hope this helps somebody today because this is just one thing that I know beats us down as speech pathologists. Many of us are type A personalities, so our perfectionism gets the best of us. You are worthy. If you are going through this process now, start nipping those thoughts in the bud now. Develop those strategies now. So that way, when you pass the praxis exam and you become a certified speech language pathologist, those thoughts won't keep you from trying new things to make you an even more qualified clinician. Congratulations. So that is all for today. If you liked this episode, if it resonated with you, please leave a review or comment wherever you are watching. Again, it will really help me create more content for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Praxis Speech Sister. I'd be happy to support you in your praxis journey. Check out the freebie section for some freebies. And until then, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.